Sometimes I do surprise people because some people don't think that I could do it. And I say to them, well, you watch me, I can get it right. Because failing is not an option. Because one day I will be on my own.
One of my main aims is to make him independent of me. So when I'm not here, his life just continues on.
My name is Ming Ming, and I live in Daugaville. I am 30 years old and I live with my mum. I am fully blind, but I do have light perception. I can see daylight in the middle of the day. I can see nighttime. I might be blind, but nothing stops me. I just like being around home and just doing things, you know, just giving it a go.
Turn it round and just let it go round on the train.
Yep.
I don't see him as having a disability because he just has so many abilities, and probably more than most people. Like mowing the lawns. He's pretty good. He can tell with his ears and feet whether it's mowed or not.
I'm just hearing it from the sharp blade. Anything I hear is too long, I have to get in there and somehow get it.
I reckon that's about it. How's that?
Yep.
Yep. OK. You can take it and put it away. I don't do any of the jobs that Ming Ming can do. He does all the vacuuming. He does all the lawn mowing, puts his clothes out on the line. He does most things around the house.
In there. That's it.
Our aim is to make him as independent as possible, because one day I won't be here. Things, remember these?
Yeah.
From a long, long, long time
I'll show
ago.
them so they can see.
Yes. Whoops, whoops, whoops.
Whoops.
Why did we have the bells on?
To show that I had these
So
on.
I knew where you
She knew who I was.
I did. When I came into his life, when he was just turning 7, he only had about a dozen words of language.
I was born in China, but I didn't have any of the experience until my mum had to come back and get me, and she brought me back here and got me sorted out here.
We're going to have a lovely trip down memory lane, Lings. In 1997, I went to teach in China, and the students in the college knew that I already had 2 adopted Chinese children from Malaysia, and someone from the orphanage came and asked me, would I adopt Ming Ming? He was in a room out the back with a deaf-mute caregiver, and not in with the other children, just isolated. And I don't think he was even fed properly. First I said no. I was 50. It's time to forget about children and just get on with life. But nobody else was going to come along and adopt this child, and so I started adoption proceedings because I thought he'd be better off back here than in the orphanage. Okay. And there you are with me and Dad. I think because I thought it would give him a chance that he wasn't going to get there, he would still be in the room out the back. He wouldn't go to school. Life would have been pretty miserable. This is Camperdeer, out in Hunua. Here, you're in a little canoe. And fishing, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then here, you, with that cane with the big ball on the end.
Yeah.
And your lovely red skating boots. Upside down, listening to music, feet up on the wall.
Feet up like this.
That sounds like you.
I would have missed out on everything that I've been doing here. So thank goodness I was brought back. And I wouldn't have survived.
And he's got a life, a very fulfilling life. When he first came to New Zealand, I homeschooled him and then got him into primary school. He just went through the normal system, which was better for him. And then he went down and boarded at Homeschooling for a year, just for an experience of being away from home.
I finished school when I was 20. I couldn't find any work and it was very hard and I had to stay home for a while, and then my mum got organised with CCS branch and talked to them and said I can organise something over there, and it took us a while, but we got there, and so now I've signed up and it's all ready to go.
CCS helped us organise a program doing his powerlifting and his art and his music. He loves his art. He started in high school. He had one teacher who inspired him, and we would do bits at home, but then he started going to the quarry for art, and they have a session called Stepping Stones for people with disabilities.
We missed the cow poo. Now we've got the big step up here. That one, that's the one, and another one. You're going to have this right down pat.
Don't
and
worry,
then this one
I'm used
here.
to this one. That doesn't worry me.
And welcome to the cowshed. I've left the canvas wrapped because it's very exhilarating undoing a brand new canvas, isn't it?
Yes.
And you can think about what you might want to do when you're unwrapping it.
Yes.
Okay. I'm Ming Ming's art teacher, and I teach a class called Stepping Stones, which Ming Ming is part of. Basically, I'll just work with each individual, and then we work towards the exhibition at Christmas time. We have a lot of fun with the paint, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour it over the canvas.
And then all over
and then Ming Ming just gets into the painting, and then we sort of see where we go with it. So,
if you do that,
because this is fun.
If you do that, but I can do something with it, yeah?
Here we go. Now, Ming, I'll give you my big brush here, and you can just go for it. Lovely. Bit of water.
I got most of it.
So we sort of define
Details.
the waves, you know.
Ocean just goes sideways, so that way and then the other way.
It's important for him to have the different textures because he can get that feel. What I do is we use cotton wool and sponges. Now, what we might do here now is because you like the sponge so much, let's just sponge that in. Sometimes they don't work, and so we'll put them in the cupboard and we'll bring them out the following week and we'll re-look at them. So we get lovely surprises. Happy mistakes, he called. Yeah.
I sold one last year.
You sold a few?
I sold a few last year and got some good prices on it and got some good commission back, and it was all good. Sweet.
What did you spend the money on, Ming?
I spent the money on big cave for $5 and that did me.
He just loves all the art he does, whether it's patterns or just straight painting or collage. He just takes great pride in his artwork. And he loves it, and he loves giving it to people.
With my mum, I spoil her sometimes. I spoiled her with one of my art paintings one day, and she put it up on the wall.
There we are. Okay, just come with me. First things, Mings. Oh, you will do these ones. Okay, and flip it up. That's it. And come along further. Bit of a reluctant gardener, Mings.
Yeah, but I got past that.
But you got past it. You're getting better all the time, aren't you? Yeah. We're working on him becoming a gardener, aren't we?
Just a little bit at a time. That's all it takes.
I know. Just a little bit at a time. Put your hands in it and have a sniff, Mings.
I can smell it from here.
You can smell it from there.
Yes, I can. My mum pushes me to do things. I don't always like it, but I have to do it myself one day.
That's what I put water in. When I get him to help me, I tell him what it is we're putting in, but I can't say to him, go out in the garden and get me some parsley. I don't think he'd know anything well enough to do that. Yeah.
Maybe that's the next step.
That's the next step. Round here. When he first came, he'd never walked on grass or sand or carpet. And his toes used to just curl up and his fingers, and he wouldn't touch cats or dogs. But now, yeah, he thinks the cats are his, so that's good.
Nala, she's a tabby one, very tabby. And she's got little ears, smaller head. She likes to nudge on my shoulder. Sometimes if she's in the way, I trot on her and she gets nervous and then I just don't worry about it. That's over and done with and I move on.
Now, Mings,
Yeah.
can you remember when you had windows and they wouldn't open?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so what did we do?
We ended up having to swap that window out.
Yeah. And why did we do it?
Because
you couldn't open it,
I
could
couldn't
you?
open it wide enough.
So now what is it? It's your fire escape?
Fire escape.
Yeah. Do you think you can show us how you get out? Come on, good practice. We haven't practiced it for a long, long time.
Hang on, I'm going to have to try and somehow.
And then you'd have to turn around. Yep, one knee, get one knee on the windowsill. That's it. And then the other.
No, the window's not open wide
Yeah,
enough.
it's wide enough.
Is it? It's
Yep,
I'm used to doing this.
No, I know. Put one knee up onto there. Over there. Yep, yep, yep.
Oh, this is getting a bit awkward.
No, you can do it. We did it before, remember? Bring this knee back and put it there, and then get this knee out. Keep going. I know it's a bit hard, but you would have to do it if there was a fire, wouldn't you? Okay, hold on to the bed and then just slide down. Okay, keep going down. And keep going down. And keep going down. There, did it.
Better than I thought. It's just the nerves I wasn't used to. I couldn't even see it. It was just mind blank. Just I didn't know what was going on because I was not too sure about it.
What are you going to play, my favourite one?
I'll find someone.
He's always loved music. It's very special in his life.
Just pick up songs that I hear on radio and I just learn new songs. It's just uplifting and gives people something back.
Oh, I love his music. We have our concerts. Ming Ming's very involved in community things. He belongs to the Art Society and takes his turn at running the art gallery. And he's in a local choir that play in concerts and rest homes. One of my main aims is trying to make sure he has a good group of people and friends and support around him. And so Dargaville's the best place for him. Everybody knows him. We walk down the street and it's hello Ming Ming, hello Ming Ming, hello Ming Ming everywhere you go. It's been built up over years of going to school with people and he had lots of friends, but not close friends.
Go, Ming Ming.
He has good friends like Max, and they phone and talk a lot.
Yeah, so did you get much walking done in Dargaville, Ming?
No, not
Just the usual stuff.
Just stay at home and exercise
Stay
on
at
my
home?
bike.
I've been Ming Ming's buddy for about 7 years, and I'm Ming's caregiver. Basically entails doing community sport work. He's a pretty independent fella, so I just kind of guide him when he needs guiding, kind of help facilitate, you know, him into the community.
I like hanging out with Max. He just gets me independent that I can do things. He's friendly, he's kind.
Over there, Ming Ming.
Barbecue.
Barbecue. Oh, my goodness. Bit early for barbecue.
Bit early for that. Come on.
So what do I have to do here, Ming? Do I just have to rattle it?
Yeah.
Bowl it towards you?
Yep.
Underarm sauce.
Underarm.
underarms. I think it's very important, Ming Ming, you know, establishes that companionship because he's in quite an isolated community and, you know, I suppose there's opportunities to communicate, you know, with other people when in Dargaville, you know, outside of his immediate family are quite, you know, quite low. So I think it's quite good establishing that friendship. Ready? Yeah. Wait.
Sport is my passion. Sport makes me feel independent.
Keen? Very keen.
Powerlifting has been my sports for a while now. I started training when I was 16, so I've been training for 24 years and I'm good at that. Getting better and better every day, and so keeping fit is the most thing I like doing because then I don't lose my physique and fitness and muscle. It's been 7 weeks since I've been...
7 weeks, eh?
Since I've been off.
But you've been going hard out at home, haven't you? What does she say?
She goes, don't ever do it.
She says don't ever do it. Fair enough.
Yeah, and I did, and I got away with it. Whoops, that was my bad.
Incline 12, speed 6. Yep. He's actually better than most in terms of reliable. Yeah, competition day, he's very easy compared to most people who are quite nervous on the day. Yeah, we're good mates. We give each other a fair bit of grief, and that's how we both like it. Is that how you like it, Ming?
Yeah, that's how I like it.
Yeah, that's how he likes it. He's a bit like all of us. He likes to take the shorter, easier route if possible, but that's not possible, is it, Ming?
No, it's not possible.
And Mum doesn't like that sort of nonsense either, does she?
No, she's old school.
She tells me to crack the whip if I need to. Yep. Come on then. Come on then. No, 5, mate. You're already trying to trade down.
I know, but today.
Come on. Most people are fairly surprised at how well he does. People usually say things like he's got good form, and in powerlifting you've got 9 lifts, and most competitors don't get 9 lifts in. They usually get 5 or 6 or 7, but we keep him a little bit conservative, and he normally gets 9 from 9. Spin around.
Oh, that would do. I'll just do that for now.
Yep. What do you reckon? What sort of weight do you think today, mate? I reckon 70?
At least 70, yeah.
80?
Well, see how we go.
You ready?
That's right. Yeah. Chris is a good friend, character, funny. We just have conversations and have a bit of a laughter, and because we keep in touch on Facebook sometimes or text us, and we sometimes call.
Nice, mate. A little bit more, eh?
Yep.
75 or 80?
75.
A 2.5 and a 2.5 will equal 75, will it?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a 2.5 I put on?
Yeah.
Good.
Sometimes he tells jokes and tells porkies, but I take whatever it comes. But then I trick him sometimes and think I can do it, and then I prove him wrong. Because if I do it right, he thinks it's too easy. Yep, I got it.
Tight.
Yep.
Yep. Keep touching, go. You got it. 1. 2. Lock it out. Lock it out. Right. So, did it feel like 75 or 80?
75.
Yeah, it was 80.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Ha! You trickster! You thought it was 75, you wally.
I blew you out of it, eh, Ming?
No, that's all good.
Beautiful, mate.
Beautiful. Yeah, I don't mind.
He'd like to have a partner one day. That's his sort of dream. We joke about it and have him on about it, but it would be nice to see him find someone with similar interests that they can share life together. It'd be really good. And he can become a little bit more independent, which is what his mum wants as well, I think. How many friends have you got at the moment on Facebook?
236.
236?
Yeah.
Any girlfriends on there, Ming?
Not really.
No, I don't know about that. I've seen a few photos.
Quite a bit. Probably 1 or 2.
1 or 2, eh? Maybe they could put a little Facebook link in so everyone could add you
Why
on
don't you
Facebook.
put a Facebook link in that?
That'd be your dream come true,
That'd be my
mate.
dream come true, all right. Big time. I don't mind that.
What are you actually looking for, really?
Someone who can be reliable, someone who could be, you know, just like don't smoke, don't drink. Outgoing, spiritual.
Spiritual?
Yeah.
Nice.
Probably
And when
smooth.
birthdays come round, what shop are you going to be shopping in for a birthday?
Probably Pick and Save.
Pack and Save?
Yeah.
Pack and Save. Birthday shopping for the wife.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Pick and Save cheap.
Cheap. Cheap. Exactly.
That's what I was going to go there for.
What do you think your price range would be? Birthday present for your wife. What are you looking at? Maximum.
Probably 20.
20 bucks?
Yeah.
Jeez, mate, that's splashing out.
Yeah, it was only for once.
It's only once a year, yeah. Good point, good point.
I am a bit of a charmer. I can tell jokes and comedy funny, and so I can do a bit of that.
He would like someone really special, so hopefully somebody will come along. And he did used to say, I'll have to have a wife that's got sight so she can do the driving. He can do everything else. He does the housework. He mows the lawns. I think he'd treat her beautifully.
It's going to burn out.
That'll keep us going.
Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock.
Ich, ni, san, shi. Ich, ni, san, shi.
Aikido is a martial art of peace. O-sensei, a picture of him up there, he was the founder of Aikido, and he decided that he wanted a peaceful art. So his theory was, instead of breaking their bones, he broke their spirit. For Ming to do Aikido, it's not only self-defense for him, but it's also health-wise. We have light exercises and breathing exercises.
It's like
What
bouncing
does
each
it
other.
teach you? Respect, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It teaches us our centre. So make a fist. And I bend his fist. He's using strength, I'm using strength. If he's centred out here, he's completely relaxed, and I use strength, that's as far as I can go with him. Okay, because he's nice and relaxed. Okay, step, brush, brush, brush. Okay. Ming is great to teach, actually, because he has to listen more compared to a lot of students who would probably watch your feet movements, your hand movements and everything else. But with Ming, he's got to rely on the technique. So when you show him, when you do a technique on him, that's all he's got to learn by, the feel of it. And that's what we all should be doing, actually.
Aikido gets me in the right step direction and keep fit. I do like the physical contact because I can get the feel of it.
He can't see them coming, but he can hear them, and he feels them as well. I think it is his special power because he has to listen and feel the people attacking him.
Because it's a lot based on balance and physical touch, he can do it just as well as anyone. It doesn't have to be any allowances made. He likes to be physically active, and Aikido fits into that. I'll tell you what you're cooking tonight. Szechuan pork and garlic ginger rice bowl. Okay, so I'll do the rice bowl. Take it all out. He's just started cooking. That's been good. He really was a reluctant cook, but when his sister sent him a box of Hello Fresh, ready to prepare meals for his birthday, and he had a whole week of doing those. He's loved it so much. He sent another week for Mother's Day and another week after that.
Careful, because onions make you always water.
Oh yeah, when you're
Close to it.
yeah.
So cooking is therapeutic and, keeps me active, brain thinking. Siri, set the timer for 12 minutes.
Okay, your timer is set for 12 minutes.
Okay, there you are. Away you go.
So just hold this, so I'll start breaking this up.
Cooking away good. Leave it over the heat.
How do you know when the meat's ready?
Because it's crisp on the outside and then soft on the in.
And usually we time it too, as it said 4 to 6 minutes.
4 to 6.
Eh? So we sort of guess it a bit, eh?
Yeah.
What about if you're doing it on your own without me?
Yeah, tricky.
That'd be tricky. Yeah, I thought so.
Some things are harder than others, but don't worry, I'll get
There's
there.
Franklin coming in for a look to see what you're doing. He's going to sit in the window.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Around the pin.
Right, okay.
He's down. He's down.
You just had enough.
Back in then, shall we?
Yep. There.
Give them a good stir. And by the time we've done all that, the rice will be ready.
I'll be ready by then.
Getting better all the time, the more we do. He's becoming more capable and doing a bit more and a bit more of the meal all the time. We're not quite there independent yet, but we're working towards it.
We have fun together, we do things together, we listen to quiz shows on TV, we listen to cooking shows.
This looks good, Mings.
So we do a little bit at times and we just relax for a while. I'm going to traffic behind the window.
I know. I don't usually hear. You should hear us when we're watching the quiz shows, answering the questions. Ming Ming's got a fantastic memory and he can answer most of the questions. We're still planning for his future, like our home is in a trust for him, so he's got a home for life. By the time I go, he'll be right. He'll still need a bit of help, but he'll need minimum help. He just needs to continue keeping as busy as he is, because he's happy being busy. When my mum died, I had a few days when I felt quite sad, and Ming Ming one day asked me what was wrong, and I said, I'm feeling sad because my mum's gone now. And he couldn't understand it because he said, but she's gone to heaven. So it's his understanding was she's in a better place, so don't feel sad about it. So that's the way he thinks.
Just give her hugs back and just show her that, thank goodness I was brought back. Because she raised me up and I'm in the best place. I just have to persevere and I'm up for it.